Robinhood is a stock that a lot of people have been talking about, both negative and positive. I want to show you my chart here and why I traded it to the long side, even though there's a lot of bias that it was going to die out. I'm going to go into full detail, so let's get started. The first thing I want to mention is on the first day of the IPO, I don't care what it's doing because there's not enough data, not enough information for me to make a play. I want to let the first day just do its thing. Now, after the first day, we created a low here. You can see of this 33.20, what is this, 33.33 area. And then at the open, if you go to the 5-minute, we dropped down to that, held, and then for a moment we bounced and then came back down and broke through it. After we broke through it, we had a huge reversal candle. Now, this is something that needs to be noted. Here is why. I'm thinking everyone is saying Robinhood's gonna crap, Robinhood's gonna die, Robinhood's gonna do this. A lot of negativity. And I'm normally, at least at the beginning of my trading career, I always shorted. And so I had the same idea, like maybe I can short this, but I'm not just gonna short it randomly. But when I saw it barely broke and then recover strongly, that told me there's a very good chance we can squeeze back to the upside. And so when it popped up here, I didn't quite chase it right away. Let's zoom in a little bit. It popped up here. You see this reversal? Popped up to set 34. Then when it dropped, I actually got in at 33.70s. And then when it popped back up, I didn't sell anything because in the big picture, I'm thinking I'm risking the low a day. I'm looking for at least high a day, but further, because a lot of people are thinking it's going to die out. So I was hoping to hold this all day. That was the plan. And then if we go back to the 5-minute, when we dropped here, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, before I start adding anything, let me wait a little bit. Let me see what happens. But when we popped and then we dropped again, I started to add. And here's why I started to add, because I started to see a trend. I know you can see it too. You see like a little trend forming right here. When I saw that trend, I thought, you know what? Maybe there's an opportunity this can continue to the upside. And a lot of people are seeing this too. Now, once I got in on this drop here, I actually sold a piece at this resistance level, just a baby piece. And then when it popped, I sold some more, but I didn't want to sell everything. I'm looking for it to go through. Now, granted, it did double top. I didn't really care about that because I'm thinking big picture. However, you'll see on my chart here that I did get shaken out because it does happen to all of us. At the end of the day, I'm happy with how I executed this trade because when it dropped again, I went ahead and held. And then when it popped, I was looking for an area to risk off of. I wasn't quite sure. Initially, I was thinking, you know what, I can adjust my risk to 20 level because it popped with a nice reversal here. And then we started to go ahead and break this trend. Now, I wasn't getting out because of that, but once we broke this pivot right here, I got out because I was like, you know what, double top, we're breaking a trend, we're breaking this pivot. The chances are not very good. And look what he did. And even if I would have kept this risk, it broke that risk and then squeeze. This is what I was looking for. This trade is unique, right? If you go look at the previous trade recap, it was different from this one. Every trade is unique. Every trade is different. And because of that, I got to trade it accordingly. I had an idea. A lot of people are thinking this is short. A lot of people are thinking it's going to die. But then when it doesn't, then a lot of people are going to be caught on the wrong side. And I want to be on that side of the trade. And that's what I was trying to execute today. At the end of the day, I'm happy with how I traded. I'm not judging myself off of P&L. I'm judging myself off of a process. The process is what protected me today. Sure, I got faked out, but that happens in trading. If you're not happy with getting faked out, if you're not happy with anything in your process, like, oh, I lost too much, or I should have lost less, or I should have made more, then you're never going to be happy in trading. You need to understand what is good trading is following a process, no matter what the outcome is after the fact. Please be sure to hit that like because it really helps us grow. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. It's a big, audacious goal, but I appreciate your help. So thanks again. God bless.